So I click on this Young Turks video and I start trying to watch it, but the wonderful YouTube wizard pulls out an advertisement for me to sit through ahead of time. And, normally with ads, I don't feel a need to comment on them or whatever. You just get past it. It doesn't have anything to do with you. You just ignore it. But instead, it was an interview rather of Alicia Garza, who, for those of you who don't know, is the Black Lives Matter founder, um, also a California resident such as myself, I think in Oakland. But the point is, it was an interview she was doing, and I think she was addressing what makes her continue to fight for black lives. And she said, oh, well, during the civil rights movement, 60% of people in this country didn't agree with it during the latter part. And as she spits out that number, which I've never heard before, and I tried to look it up online, and I'm not really finding anything else to back that up, I just thought to myself, they really think if they just keep on year after year after year making all these shootings of blacks by police officers out to be, modern day lynchings, as the NAACP North Carolina, what was it, Kareem Mack said, I'm going to somehow turn a blind eye like they do to all of the blacks getting murdered by other blacks and come right over to their side and fighting against the tyranny by the racist police officers. No. Look, I'm gonna make this short because I'm so done with long videos. I don't care if it's 2016, if it's 2026, 36, 46, and I'm still alive. I am not going to support this movement so long as they continue to ignore the majority of black deaths being by other blacks. And people always say, oh, well, you're deflecting from the real issue. No, I'm not deflecting. Bring up Hadia Pendleton or Tyshawn Lee, and what do? They tell you you're deflecting. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You're right, it has nothing to do with what you're talking about, because all you're doing is trying to make blacks mad at law enforcement so they can go and say, all right, well, the cops have it out for me. Time to go repeat Baton Rouge and Dallas. And then say, oh, well, we wouldn't have felt that way if, we were treated better. That's all they're doing. So, and the media plays a role in this as well, but the point is, what she said in that interview, that ad or whatever, about how she gets the strength and she thinks people come around, they won't. At least not me. I'm setting my beliefs. And I noticed it's the other way around. If you talk to a BLM supporter and you try to spit out facts and talk about how, in 2012, what was it, 91% of black deaths were by other blacks, they ignore that and they say, oh, well, what about this shooting and that shooting and that shooting and that shooting? And after you say that, they go, oh, well, you're just trying to deflect. So I don't bother even trying to switch them over, and they shouldn't bother trying to think I'm going to switch over, because I'm not. So I don't get it.